There's a strange kind of silence that only extreme luxury can create. The kind that makes the outside world feel like it's fading away, even before the doors close. That feeling is where this story begins. Not with speed, not with noise, but with presence. And somewhere along the way, here on Elite Auto Review, you realize this machine isn't just built to move, it's built to separate you from everything ordinary. Now, a quick note as we go. Some of the visuals you're seeing are AI-generated interpretations, crafted to help bring this experience to life. They might not match every real-world detail perfectly, but the emotion they capture? That's very real. Standing still, the exterior feels almost architectural. Sharp, redefined lines layered over that unmistakable silhouette, but now with a boldness that borders on defiance. The carbon elements don't just decorate, they challenge tradition. I remember staring at the front fascia longer than I expected, noticing how the aggression somehow coexists with elegance. That balance is difficult to explain until you see it in person. Inside, everything softens. The cabin doesn't welcome you, it absorbs you. Quilted textures, deep tones, and an almost surreal level of isolation. You don't sit in it, you settle into it. And I'll admit, the first time I closed the door, I paused for a second, just to feel that silence. It's addictive. But this isn't just about stillness. Press the throttle, and the character shifts without losing its composure. There's power here, immense, immediate, but it's delivered with restraint, like it knows it doesn't need to prove anything. The engine doesn't roar for attention, it asserts itself with confidence. You glide more than you accelerate, yet somehow, you're always ahead of everything else. The technology works the same way. Nothing feels overwhelming. Everything is where it should be, responding intuitively. It's not trying to impress you with complexity, it's trying to disappear into your habits. Even the safety systems feel less like interventions and more like silent guardians, always aware, never intrusive. In everyday life, though, this is where things get interesting. It's large, undeniably so, and in tighter urban spaces, you feel that presence. But somehow, it never feels difficult, just deliberate. This isn't something you rush with. It changes how you move, how you think, even how you arrive. And here's the part most people won't expect. Around this point, you start questioning something. Not about performance, not about luxury, but about purpose. Because when something reaches this level, when it becomes this refined, does it still belong in the same conversation as everything else on the road? There are other ultra-luxury SUVs out there, some leaning more towards sportiness, others toward tradition. But this one, it feels like it exists slightly outside that comparison, almost uninterested in competing. If you're someone who wants attention, constant validation, loud statements, this might not be your car, despite how bold it looks. It's for those who understand subtle dominance, for people who don't need to explain what they've achieved. But if you crave raw driving engagement, something playful, something that begs to be pushed hard every second, you might feel disconnected here. This isn't about chasing adrenaline, it's about controlling presence. Personally, what stayed with me wasn't the power or even the design. It was the feeling of control without effort. That rare sensation where everything bends slightly in your favor without you forcing it. And maybe that's the real story here. Not that it's one of the most luxurious machines ever created, but that it redefines what luxury feels like when no one's watching. Because true power doesn't need an audience.